Good evening, fellow believers and truth seekers. My name is Cassius, bringing you the truth that our so-called government doesn't want you to hear. Tonight, it should come as no news that Republicans are gaining momentum in tonight's midterm elections, being projected to completely take over the U.S. Senate. But the question remains, why? I mean, it seems that the economy has been doing well up until this point under the Democrats, so why on earth would people in this age want to vote Republican? Well, Cassius has done his research, and as far as I can tell, Republicans are in cahoots with the Islamic State in order to gain momentum to completely take over the U.S. legislature. Let me explain. Remember that missing Malaysian airliner that went down over the Indian Ocean a few months ago? And remember how we so clearly established that it was a joint op between China's MSS and the US CIA? Well, as it turns out, the CIA had actually hired ISIS personnel to play the part of the hijackers in bringing down that plane. Flash forward to more recently with our current military engagements in the Middle East, it's become very clear that we have made we've made no ground in actually driving ISIS out, and that's exactly what the Republicans want. They don't want ISIS driven out. They just want to show that ISIS is enough of a legitimate threat in the Middle East to warrant more hawkish policy in the Middle East. That would explain why airstrikes aren't exactly working and why all of our training operations for more moderate forces in Syria have been completely ineffective. The Republicans are just completely pulling the strings now because they know how the media works in the context of American politics. They know that if they could just drum up terror and drum up fear and, show pictures of, ISIS eating babies or something in the Middle East, they'll know that the public will vote for them because they know that that's the kind of thing that Republicans, as their patriotic duty, are so willing to end. And, it should really come as no surprise to any of you out there. I mean, this isn't exactly the first time that Republicans have allied themselves with a terrorist organization in order to gain momentum in a big election. Yeah, you remember that? Well, I do. Now, you may be asking yourselves, Cassius, how are we gonna solve this? How's old Ronnie gonna bring us out of this one, huh? Well, my followers, all I can say is that you must have faith. Ron Paul can bring us through this. Through the power of your vote, we can end this. Ron Paul, 2016. I will see you all next week.